Hey friends, it's time for That's Live with Julie. I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I've been off the grid a little bit the past few days. I've gone home, visited with my mom and dad back in the area that I grew up in. I've also been taking care of some relational aspects with my daughter as she's newlywed and just really enjoying my time with her when she comes down to visit. And you know how it is. You know, it's your life. It's my life. It's busy, right? But here's where I am today. Here's what I'm thinking about. Not just today, but really over the course of several months past. First, I'm content. All right, this is like, aha! I mean, this is like a big deal for Julie Patrick Barnhill to say that she is content. And what I mean by that is there's just a settledness really across the board in my life. But I gotta tell you what, it's kind of freaky actually, because there's a part of me that feels guilty, yes, guilty, for not feeling more ambitious in different things and not wanting to go and not wanting to be there, not wanting to talk there, not wanting to write that, and not wanting to, you know, influence this and that and all those things. So I've really been questioning, and you can help me with this. You can process this with me. So I was asking today, you know, to myself and to God as I'm just sitting here reading through scripture, seeing if there's something I can't find that gives me some wisdom on this. That is it wrong? Is contentment equal to no ambition? Is no ambition laziness, or is no ambition contentment? And some of you are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I know, but there's some weirdos like me who have always, you know, lived their life kind of 3, 4, 10 steps ahead, you know, lining up things, thinking about where they could be and how they could get there and how they could introduce that person to that person and that could happen in their life and maybe God's working in this way. And I have to tell you, I wear myself out. Seriously, I wear myself out. And I know I wear other people out. So this is where I've been. Content. Seemingly, I think that's the word. I mean, I think that's the proper thing. It's not that I'm lazy. It's not that I'm not doing anything in my life. It's not that I don't still have dreams and I don't still have some goals in my life. But it seems to have gone from this just busy, you know, mushroom thing to coming down to this sweet place, this sweet spot of not having to be all things all the time, not having to do things, not having to have all the answers. I don't know. You know, I'm just hashing this through. This is my life, and you're working with me, right? With my life, with Julie. So what do you think? Are you an ambitious person, and are you content? If you are ambitious and content, tell me how that works. Tell me what you're thinking there. If you have found that contentment really comes as a result of kind of finding yourself backing off of certain things, ambition for lack of a better word right now, I'd certainly love to hear your thoughts. Now, as I was reading, going through my Bible, you know, trying to find something that perhaps would speak to this, I did come across this verse, and it's in Matthew chapter 6, and some of you will recognize it, and it says this, that I tell you, don't be anxious about your life and what you're going to eat and what you're going to drink and about your body and what you're going to wear. Is life not more than food and the body more than clothing? And then Jesus goes on and says, look at the birds and look at the flowers, and God sees them and God provides for them. And are you not more important than the birds and the flowers? And then as he closes up, as he speaks, he says, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow is going to be anxious for itself. Sufficient today are the troubles, you know, that are going on today. Now, as I read that, and I haven't done any word study there, but I think of the word anxious, and I think of kind of the word fretting, you know, fretting about if this is going to work. And I've certainly fretted a lot in my life, certainly economically have fretted plenty of times, you know, how are we going to pay this, and are we going to be able to take care of that? And I've read this time and time again. And there are times when I didn't believe this, quite frankly. I'm like, okay, seriously, yeah, I know that's what the Bible says, but I don't think I really believe it. You know, I don't know if I really trust God with this, because I do such a bang-up job on my own, just telling you where I've been. So I was reading this today, and I'm like, okay, Lord, maybe it's my maybe it's the absence of anxiousness. You know, maybe it's my absence of fretting about, you know, what kind of writer I'm going to be or what kind of impact I'm going to have in the kingdom. And because, you know, I get all weird about that stuff. You know, it's like I've said before to my husband, it's like when I die, I want to leave a chasm. I want there to be this huge place in the world that is empty because I want to have lived and made an impact. But to be quite honest, I think my ambition towards that has superseded other things in my life. And I've actually come to a place where I've fretted about that and been anxious about that. And oh my gosh, am I living a boring life? And am I not going to count for anything? And, so maybe it's age. Maybe part of it's getting older. Maybe part of it's wisdom. That would be nice to think it's part of wisdom. Maybe part of it is simply really coming to a place where I'm learning without even realizing that I'm learning it in the process. I'm learning to not be anxious. I'm learning to let tomorrow take care of itself. Marketing, PR, ideas, speaking engagements, relationships, and eternal impact. Because I'm content. And I am content to make an impact with my husband and make an impact with my children. I'm content to make an impact with my friends that are here local and my family, my mom, my dad, and different people who have known me since, you know, I was just a little girl. I'm content with that. And if God expands that, if God allows more than that, yay! You know, I'm content with that. But I'm pretty much wanting to be done and over and dead to being anxious over all those things. But I have to tell you, it is a weird place. It's a new place for me. So if any of you have wisdom about this, I will more than welcome it. Write a note on Facebook or send me a personal message. And just know that that's kind of what I'm hashing out in my life. And I sure appreciate you coming alongside with That's Life with Julie.